Greetings everybody, how you doing? This is FYS 101, and for this presentation we're going to go ahead and jump into the syllabus, which can be found on the tabs to the left. Open that up, and if you're watching this video you're pretty much already here anyways. And there's two different versions, one of which is a PDF and a doc. I do that deliberately because sometimes it's easier for people to open a PDF depending on what platform they're on versus the Word document. But when you look at the syllabus itself, the syllabus provides several things, one of which is an overview of the course, some of the expectations of the course. It's also an informational document too, right? So you have some specific information regarding days and dates for assignments, but more importantly, days and dates for things like when the class begins, the full refund, as you can see down here, if you wish to withdraw from the class, and the last day to withdraw from the course. I hope none of you are in that situation where you have to do that and you have to withdraw from this class. If you find yourself kind of going down that road, please reach out to me. We'll see if we can make some accommodations before you have to drop the class for any reason. I think you'll find I'm pretty darn accommodating when it comes to academic progress. Also, with this class, you'll have all the information is provided on Blackboard weekly, so don't worry about a book or anything like that. It's all Blackboard all the time. This is my information. My name is Adrian Fleischer. Please feel free to refer to me as Adrian. This is my phone number, although I do not have a bona fide office on campus, so I do not have a bona fide desk with a phone sitting on it. It's a remote voicemail box. And I have to admit, between the two, email is the best. I check this thing regularly, actually regularly throughout the day, where I rarely check this. And just take note that even though my last name is Fleischer, the way they have their characters for emails for instructors on campus, it cuts off the last letter of my last name. So I'm not Professor or Instructor Fleisch. It's Fleischer. With any kind of appointments you might need, because we're in a funky COVID world and I don't have an office per se, I do everything by appointment, and usually everything can be resolved through a couple of emails. So look at the course. This is something that you've actually already been exposed to if you've signed up for the course. You know what the description is and you know what the outcomes are. And really what we're after is trying to put you in the best position to survive in a college environment. And included in that is the ability to meet needs of a student. And I say this because I sometimes have students who I'll have the testing center reach out to me, or I'll have some type of ADS services reach out to me, where we have to have an accommodation for a student. I am so on board with that, you can't even imagine. I'm more than happy to help. But let me know ahead of time, and I'll even start the accommodation process long before I get any information from ADS. We scroll this down a little bit further, and this is the important part, right? This is where we start getting into the really important part of the class. With the different grading categories that we have, and you'll see this in the next presentation regarding the layout, you have several writing assignments and activities that all come together to help you earn your final grade. Now the top grade is 285, and that's 285 points. And when you look at the layout, how it breaks out, to get on that A train, you need 257 points. And I can't stress this enough, and I've said this in another presentation, every little bit helps. If you're able to get an extra point here or there, I can't tell you how many times I've had a class where somebody has received the A because they got one extra point on an assignment, and had they not done the assignment, they'd be down here in the B range, and they end up at 257 and they get the A. Just rake in as many points as you can. The actual assignments here are listed and broken down with little descriptions to help you kind of follow along. And if we scroll down a little bit further, when you look at grading policy, now I try to get everything back to the students within 24 to 48 hours of the due date. Now you might find that if you submit something before the due date, you'll get your response before 24 hours. Everything is done on Blackboard. It's created, delivered, and submitted by you and graded all on Blackboard. So all of that information gets automatically loaded up right back on the Blackboard into your grade center. So it's pretty easy to have your grades at your fingertips if you know how to navigate through Blackboard. And if you don't, you'll see in this document, I urge you to reach out to people who can help you out. We do have the opportunity to communicate back and forth across Blackboard utilizing one of their discussion platforms. I ask you guys not to be like keyboard warriors. I look for positive feedback, positive conversation, helping your fellow students in certain areas, and not being a keyboard bully. As we scroll down here a little bit further, other things about academic dishonesty, we have to have these in our syllabi, and students are always directed to this regarding academic honesty and how to actually behave in college, if you will, and how to conduct yourselves in college as a student and not plagiarize. And further down, take this down a little bit further, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but you have Blackboard itself is a place for us to submit and post information. Make sure you're aware of just what you can post and from whom. You do have copyright issues with some material that you can post. Just make sure you cite your sources. ADS, as I mentioned earlier, ADS is a wonderful part of campus that helps students who might need particular services to get through college, whether it's extended times on tests, maybe students need to have assignments read to them. Whatever it is, I'm on board. Let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. The library, you're in Building F. Student Service Desk for computer help. If you have trouble with the student portal, your Blackboard, any kind of email issue, any kind of technology issue, these are the people to reach out to. And believe me, I've reached out to them as an instructor and they're super helpful. Scrolling down a little bit further, more resources for you to actually source while you go through the remainder of the course. With the environment we're in, because of remote learning and not being able to really interact with anybody else except for a virtual environment, for some students this might be a challenge. So if you have issues at this time, and if you have found that you're having difficulty, please don't suffer in silence. Make it a point to reach out to these individuals in a building with psychological services and reach out to them, kind of talk through it. There's no reason why you should have to sit there and deal with something like that in silence. And that goes further when you look at any kind of issue you might have with threats, harassment, or anything like that on campus or off campus. Say you're in a study group with anybody else. If you have an issue with another student, bona fide issue, right? Or there's attempted assault or threats, etc. Again, you need not suffer in silence. Speak up and say something. Advocate for yourself. And you may have to reach out to the police in some cases. Other times, you may reach out to one of your instructors. We have an entire network that works behind the scenes called Starfish. Just like a starfish looks with its different arms and legs, you're at the center of that, and you have different instructors who are at the end of each arm, and we can all communicate with each other. So if I type in one of your names in Starfish, I can see all the people that are in your orbit. And here's a great example. I had one student who came to me and said, I am really having trouble in one of my courses. I don't think I was put in the right algebra course. I should be in Algebra 1, not Algebra 2. And as we talked it through, what I did is I created a starfish and said the student's comments are that Algebra 2 is a little bit advanced for them and they're having trouble and they've not had the prerequisite course for Algebra 2. It might be something where the student needs to change. I'll let you guys try to figure it out. And then from there, the instructor for Algebra 2 is able to connect with the person's advisor. The advisor then was able to connect with somebody in Algebra 1, and they were able to move the student successfully. And where this makes sense is because that student needs a good grade to be able to transfer, and they were basically struggling. So they could have sat and struggled in silence and never made a change. And because they spoke up to me, for example, we were able to initiate a starfish and create a process for them to transition from one class to another. So again, if you have issues, you have concerns, you bring them up to your advisor, you bring them up to an instructor if it's specific to the class. If you don't have a resolution there, then perhaps bring it up to somebody else. So to that end, guys, realize this document is a few different things. One of which is it's an agreement between the student and myself, as well as myself and the college and you and the college. There's 3 of us all involved with this. And this is one of your assignments. So please, once you've read through and understand the syllabi, please complete this form and scan it and send it back to me for your first assignment. Now that can be found, if we close this out, that can be found in your learning modules in the introduction. and syllabus assignment right down here. So you'll go ahead and read that document, you'll scan it, you'll fill it out, then scan it and send it to me, and that'll be your first assignment. That's going to be a quick turnaround. I'm looking for that to get done by the end of the week. I normally like to give a week minus a day, but for this one, I just want to get it done by Friday and have all this in so we make sure everybody knows what to do for their syllabi. All right, guys, I'm signing off. Have a good one and be on the lookout for the next presentation regarding course layout.